YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with my updated NFL rookie rankings heading into Week 15. We do these every single Monday night just after the Monday night games. There was two games that were just crazy that ended a little bit ago. But anyways, yeah, looking forward to this. We ranked top 10 plus a few more we talk about, but it's tough to just pick 10. Realizing that more and more every single week. But next video will be our power rankings. We have weekly coverage for the NFL here. We have a recent mock draft. Check it out. Like, subscribe, to notifications on. Let's go on to those rookie rankings. Yeah, guys just missing the cut. I mean, Will Anderson was in the rankings after a good week last week, but this past week got injured during the game. Addison, they've been slowing down a little bit with the Vikings quarterback situation. Zay Flowers, I mean, he's a tough one. He's a tough one to rank because he'll have these flashy plays here and there. I mean, he had a big-time touchdown this game, some yards, but he'll have some drops, and yeah, he's kind of like boomer bust throughout the game. So maybe that's kind of what's keeping him out of being top 10. But what was big at the end of this game, Yaya Diaby's been making his way up. Obviously, Byron Young, very productive for the Rams. Wanted to list Will Levis actually too, because Will Levis had a really good outing against the Dolphins. If he played a full season, I think we'd be talking about him in the top 10. It's just he's missing games, obviously, so that's a tough part. But I did want to list Will Levis in the just missed category. Actually, impressed with him. Bijan number 10. Somewhat productive rushing and receiving. Still want him to. I was expecting these huge, crazy explosive games that he's not really having, but I guess that's maybe expecting a lot, too much maybe. Kalijah Cansey on the list for the first time. Yeah, he's been very productive, especially recently. He had a sack in that last game against the Falcons, but he's leading rookies in tackles for loss, which is a serious thing, obviously. So he's been very productive, being a problem in the backfield, pass or running plays, mainly the pass plays. Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, I like that, going back to Cansey, I like that he is effective in the run game as well, because that was kind of the question. Even though he'd blow some plays up in college, just his play style and his size, you think, is he just a pass down guy? So I do like that he's proving that wrong. Jahmyr Gibbs at 8. Another he really was at times, or maybe most of the games, the only guy that was going for the Lions here. So even short yardage plays that, you think just Montgomery's got to be the guy in that situation. But no, Gibbs was all right in that game, even though the Lions had a bad outing. I thought that was somewhat of a bright spot. Not crazy bright, but another good outing for Jahmyr Gibbs. Next three, Rashee Rice had another really good outing. He's proving more and more that he's the best receiver on the Chiefs. Kind of been saying that, and they're kind of realizing it more and more, I guess, recently. But he's productive. He's getting his hands on the ball more and more. So he's catching the ball more. So more production. And in the end zone more. Getting in the end zone more. So good outing for him. I thought I would squeeze him up a little bit more, but it's tough because Sam Laporta's been so good. Tough to move him down any more than that. Just not much going for the Lions. Mainly other guys having to move up. Jalen Carter scored a touchdown this week. In terms of play-by-play, throughout the entire game, I thought he was playing better earlier in the year, but still making big-time plays here and there, so he is up to number 5. And then there's the rest of the guys. Deonte Banks up 3 spots. He's been playing great. I mean, he'll give up something here, and not a whole lot, but here and there, but the amount of, man coverage on an island, that he plays, that's to be expected compared to, a zone defense. And he's making plays still. He's making big-time plays every single week. He's a playmaker. He really fits this defense, and he was a guy I was excited about, too, because I thought he really fit, felt like a really good fit at the time they picked him. So, really coming along, looking really solid. Witherspoon got injured during that last game. He's just been defensive player of the year worthy, or rookie of the year, worthy for most this season. So it was tough to move him down. So I didn't do that, but it was pretty close. Banks has come, and I just think Witherspoon throughout this year has been a little bit more of an impact, across the board. But Banks is coming. Puka Nacua at number 2. I mean, pretty close to being 1 because C.J. Stroud off game also got injured as well. There's not much. It's an off game for the Texans in general. I know his weapons were dropping like flies, but Gonna keep Stroud at 1. It's tough to move him down, but maybe it's getting closer. Especially because he's dealing with a concussion. If he misses that game against the Titans, things can definitely change. So it's just tough. From what he's done, it's really tough to move him down. But things kind of getting interesting. Nakua fighting for that spot. Witherspoon, it felt like but last few games, injured last game. The last few games, maybe not playing as well as when the games before, I suppose. But Banks is coming. Rashid Rice is really on the rise. New guy on the list, Kalijah Cansey, so good to see that. And there's guys that feel top 10 worthy. Will Anderson. Addison at one point was at the top, but things kind of went south. Zay Flowers, deserving being top 10. It's just, Byron Young. I'm really mad that the graphics guy didn't put Will Levis like I asked in the just miss category because I really want to talk. Well, I am talking about Will Levis still. I think Titans got one there. He's still a little sloppy here and there. Those pitches were sketchy all game, and then finally one got him where it got past or behind to the side of Derrick Henry and almost lost the game. So just the pitches, clean up little things like that. Sometimes wants to force it, but not as much. I thought he'd be forcing a lot more, playing hero ball a lot more. It feels like when he plays the hero ball, it actually looks pretty good. Like he'll fit a ball downfield, kind of in a tight window. Ball to Tyjae Spears down the field was beautiful. Some of the throws to DeAndre Hopkins. So he's going to be good. Will Levis can be really good. I wish he played the full season because we would easily be talking about the top 10. Maybe in a battle with Stroud. I don't think he'd be quite Stroud. Stroud's done some crazy things, but Levis is looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. So I wish I talked about him more. If he goes out and does something similar or beats the Texans, maybe we'll throw him in the top 10. We'll see. We're kind of getting there to that point where he just needs some more because he's had the good games, just more games under his belt because we're ranking rookies based off of the 14 games or 13 or so games they've played. So every game, matters. You just wish he's played every game, basically, is the point. So, we're getting towards the end. We'll see how these guys finish. And then I always do, I'll rank like the top 25 rookies, or we'll rank every first-round pick, something along those lines. Regrade every first-round pick. We'll do that as well. So multiple videos on the rookies after the year is done. So excited about that. But that's going to wrap it up. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Next video will be our weekly power rankings. And the video after that will be our weekly picks for Week 15. So excited for all of our content. We have a recent NFL mock draft that was last week. You can check that out. A lot going on here. So join us. Follow us on Twitter. Links in the comments for that. Anything else you look forward to. It's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.